let's actually get on the air because it's not a terrible conversation to start it with. I did actually, speaking of Ramadan, I did actually start my new workout regimen on Monday. So you have to start asking some questions. Is Taylor Swift, Taylor, whatever, what is my name? Taylor Bickham. Is Taylor Bickham Muslim? Actually, is Taylor Swift Muslim? There's the real question.
Good question.
Yeah, there's the real question. And you know how that ties into football?
Because the Chiefs?
Yep.
Okay, well, I think the whole month, if you're Muslim, you have to fast both food and water during the day.
Okay, yeah. I could do that.
No water through the day for all of sunlight.
Like
No drink at all.
No drink at all.
I think it's like 12 hours of sunlight, no water. That I don't know that I could do that. That's rough.
Well, okay, the water thing, that's where you're tripping me up.
Like no food, easy enough, but
that's easy.
No food and no drink.
That's kind of wild.
For a whole ass month?
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do that. I'm being real with you. I don't know if I could do that. So, I guess shout out to our Muslim friends for doing that, because that's
shout out to Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
The only Muslim I know.
Yeah, there was that other wrestler, Ali, I think was his name, but he hasn't been on TV in in fact, I think literally the last time he was on TV was for Crown Jewel last year.
The guy who's cut?
Did he get cut?
Mufasa Ali?
Mufasa Ali, yeah, he got cut?
Yeah, he's no longer with the WWE.
That would explain why hasn't been on TV in a while.
Yeah, like 6 months ago when all those cuts were going on.
Was it not Crown Jewel? Because I don't see him on the card here.
It's been a long time since that dude was on WWE show.
Yeah, but I feel like they had him okay, hold on, I gotta look this up. Mustafa Ali, he was definitely, because they had him out there and they were like, okay, he was in JP. NXT No Mercy, Judgment Day.
And he was in NXT for a while.
Bro, am I having a fucking stroke? I could have sworn. Cause they made like a big deal out of it, because he was like, oh.
They had a Hell in a Cell match in 2022.
Here it was. I found it. Night of Champions in May 27th of last year was in Jeddah. Okay, that's what confused me.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, and he faced Gunther. Okay. I knew. I was about to start tripping on something heavy there for a second. I was like, there is no, I know I'm a little crazy, right? But there's no way I'm just imagining full ass WWE storylines at this point.
Well, you might be.
Maybe I am. I really don't have to be, because there's been some good ones lately that you ain't gotta imagine.
So true.
I heard the words Diarrhea Dwayne on live television recently.
That is true, yeah.
And I feel pretty good about it.
Really?
I do. Because I don't really like The Rock. I don't hate The Rock. I just don't like him very much. And it's not a racial thing. Contrary to what some people have said.
I like his heel run.
That's okay.
Enjoy him as a face.
Still think they're going to win night one. And then it's going to be on from there, but...
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, let's see about some news, because we're doing the show.
Well, football today, as of 3 hours and 4 minutes ago, was the start of the new year in the football calendar.
Uh-huh.
That means free agency is open. The legal tampering period started Monday, and a lot of stuff going on in the NFL past few days because of that.
Yeah, tell me about
I've
it.
got a I've got a whole ass list here.
You have a whole ass list?
Uh, I do. It's a list of all the free agents and who's available and who's been signed and
Okay,
where.
well, let's hit the high notes.
Well, all right. Well, obviously the biggest position, quarterback. We'll run through all the big quarterback moves. Probably the one with worth the most money, Kirk Cousins, no longer a Viking, now down in Atlanta, now a fail clown. Absolutely fleeced them at the age of 35, coming off an Achilles injury. 4 years, 180 million, 100 million of that guaranteed.
Can we talk about how Kirk Cousins is the biggest baller of all time?
He kind of
Like legitimately. Like this man, I love him. He's great. I really do. I think he's a solid quarterback. I wouldn't go as far as say he's good, but he's solid, right? But he definitely does not deserve like half of the breaks he's gotten. But somehow he just keeps getting them.
No, he fleeces teams like every contract, and it is amazing.
Right. It really is amazing. Like how are you getting away with this? And
Like I think throughout his career, he's gotten something like 400 million guaranteed dollars.
Actually,
It is. I mean, like he's won playoff games, but he's never gotten to a Super Bowl. But he's gotten 400 million guaranteed over his career.
yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying because like I pulled up his stats here just out of curiosity, and that's kind of what I was saying. Like he has won a couple of playoff games, but he's never been to the big one. And he's hold on, damn it. You know, he's not the kind of guy that you just like you see as like the franchise quarterback, even though he keeps being the franchise quarterback.
Right.
But I mean, I'm looking at like his stats: 5th all-time completion percentage, 8th all-time career passer rating. Like these are not bad numbers, right? So he is
No, he's a good
very
player.
consistent. So it's like
I think. Well, the big meme with Kirk Cousins, of course, is he's very good at quarterback, but he can't perform in prime time.
yeah,
It's like he'll get you through that Saturday afternoon wild card game, but once the lights are on, Sunday night in the divisional round, he kind of shits the bed.
yeah. It's almost like with Kirk Cousins, you have to have like a closer to come in for him, right? Like have him start all the year, and then once you get to like past the wild cards, like all right, Kirk, you did a great job. Now we're putting fucking, I don't know who in.
What was his name with the Eagles? The year they beat the Pats?
Oh, Nick Foles.
Nick Foles, yeah. Need a
Yeah.
bit of a Nick Foles.
yeah. You can sit these next couple games out, Kirk. We got Nick stepping in for you. Yeah, that would be funny if football worked that way. You had like closers and stuff. Shit. Yeah, this guy's great. Man,
Yeah,
wait, hold on.
now his competition, Baker Mayfield.
He was the
re-signing
same
with the
graduating
Bucs.
year as RG3, and RG3 was born in Okinawa.
So not only was he the same graduating year or draft class as RG3, drafted to the same team as RG3. In the same year, they drafted RG3 and Kirk Cousins to the Washington.
Well, speaking of big RG3 guys.
Oh yeah, big
Yeah.
RG3 guy.
Yeah, I was about to say, as we got.
Wait, why am I a big RG3 guy?
You just are now.
Well, we're discussing we just started going through the free agency. First guy on the list, Kirk Cousins, your new quarterback. How you feeling, Tim?
Yay!
Wow.
Wow.
Not inspired, but I understand.
Wow. What's that?
Hey, man.
Is there some heat here?
That's your next 4 asterisk years of your life.
Is
that's
does Tim have heat with?
Hey, it sounds like he doesn't like Kirk O'Chains.
Look, I like Mr. Regular Season. I have no problem with him.
You're on the whole. He'll win you the Saturday afternoon wild card game, but not the Sunday night divisional round game.
100%.
Gotcha.
Now, has he? Many people will say, "Well, he hasn't had an offense like this." Yeah, he has. Pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, he had like literally Justin Jefferson and I think a really good running back one year, like Dalvin Cook or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, now I think the key to Kirk Cousins / Atlanta Fail Clowns' success, right, is they've got to run the freaking score up during the regular season. They got to get the best seed possible.
Right.
Like they got, I'm talking like they got to go like 13-4.
Hey, I mean, you're in the NFC South, so you got a few free wins on the belt.
Well, and that's a good point because as we talked about the with the not just the quarterback acquisitions, but the re-signs, and every team except for New Orleans is doing a lot to shore that position up.
Well, New Orleans and the Cowboys.
Well, I just meant the NFC South, but yeah, the
Gotcha.
Cowboys are just fucked, and we're all here for that.
I mean, for reference, the Cowboys have not done a single thing in free agency, and general expectation is that, or reasoning thought behind that is that Jerry Jones doesn't want to be seen as taking an L by like signing a bad player. So yeah, I mean, instead he's taking an L by not signing a single player and
Yeah, I
being the
mean,
same old Cowboys.
because that's entertaining because he's taken so many L's over the course of his ownership.
Yeah. I mean, the team takes L's on the field, but he also makes an absolute fuck ton of money compared to every other team. So you know.
Oh yeah. But they don't. Without a lot of restructures, they don't have a lot to work with.
No, and they have to re-sign Dak, re-sign CD, re-sign Micah Parsons. They're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, they're fucked.
I think it's really funny that they're gonna have to re-sign Dak to some crazy ass contract when Dak is not worth like a new, record-setting quarterback contract.
Yeah. See, I mean, like, bear with me here. I'm going to say some revolutionary shit. You ready for this?
Yep.
Just let him walk. When's Dak's contract up?
Ooh, this year, next year.
Just draft a day 2 quarterback this year and just let him fucking walk.
Oh no, Dak's contract is up today. He is a free agent.
Oh, he's a
as of
free
right
agent.
now.
That's even better. That's even better. Let him walk.
I don't think
Who's
they'll
gonna
let
hate
him
that?
walk. I don't know, dude.
Who out
Oh,
there, aside from Jerry Jones himself, who has a chubby for this man, would hate seeing Dak Prescott walk in free agency?
I
will
guess
take
his
silence
contract
and
is
see it.
technically through 2026, but 2 of those years are void years. I don't
So he's
fucking
going to
know.
be some dead money on their books if they let him walk, right? I guess that's what
Yeah.
that means there.
I don't know if he's an official free agent or not because I feel like he would have been in the talks.
There's
Of
maybe
all the quarterbacks
controversial,
that he was.
but he's dead money now because he's not very good.
Well, not as much dead money as the Broncos took on for their quarterback.
True. Okay, so the Cowboys have the 24th pick in the draft.
Right.
So my question is, what pick do they have in the second round?
Assumably the same pick.
Let's see if I can find it. Imagine thinking I'm going to allow ads on your site.
Based? Let's see. Round 2, the Cowboys, 56.
56. Okay. You telling me you can't get a quarterback there in this draft?
I'm telling you, you can get. You'd be taking a gamble on a unproven, unhyped up quarterback.
That quarterback's name could very well be Bo Nix.
Jeez Louise.
I don't think Bo Nix makes it to 56.
I don't think it does either.
See, I wouldn't have thought so either, but the Falcons signing Kirk Cousins takes them out of the quarterback running. Who needs a quarterback?
Let's see.
Saints.
In the first round,
They need one, but they can't. They're fucked.
I know. No.
You do, but you're fucked.
Oh, I
You're in the
know.
Cowboy. You are in the Cowboy situation.
Oh, buddy. Buddy, do I know?
all right.
You
So
haven't signed Cat Williams.
QB, you got Chicago Bears with whatever they decide to do with Fields. I think they're in a pretty fucked spot themselves.
They're going to
Commanders need a quarterback.
They're going to draft a day 1. That's a given.
Right. Patriots need a quarterback.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are going to be quarterbacks. It's going to be Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, right?
You'd think, but stupid shit has been. I mean, a team drafted Trey Lance 3rd overall and traded multiple picks to get that. So
Well, drafting Caleb Williams first is the stupid shit.
Well, the Bears, so you know.
Yeah, the Bears gonna bear.
Yeah, so I think the Commanders draft a quarterback. I think Patriots have a decent chance of taking a quarterback. I really hope the Giants don't, but I mean, who fucking knows with my dumbass team?
Giants need weapons. They need receivers.
Yep. Titans, obviously they have Will Levis, but I don't know if they're sold on him or not.
They need line.
Well, I know what they need, but hey, this team see a shiny quarterback on the board. Who knows what happens?
That's true. It
Vikings.
could be a woman moment with the ownership. That's how they ended
Yeah,
up.
Vikings need a quarterback, even though
Really
they signed
cool.
Sam Darnold. Raiders have Aiden O'Connell and Minshew Mania, so if someone lands there, who knows? Saints have the 14th overall pick. You never know.
Saints are going defense.
I don't know. I don't know who's getting drafted. That's next month's stream talk.
The Saints have got to draft either a Samoan lineman or a not Samoan running back. He's just seething in the corner over here.
I don't know.
How does it feel that your team has done less than the Carolina Panthers in the offseason?
Atlanta Falcons last Super Bowl.
Well, I can tell you the last one they lost.
They've never won one.
Oh, is that right? No rings. Right. Okay. That's what gets me to sleep. That's all that gets me to sleep at night. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Like you, I'm not competing for a Super Bowl. We're just competing for regular season trophies now.
That's all I got. We got one, so that's
no
all.
No one but the Chiefs is allowed to win, so you're just playing for second place anyway.
That's true. It's all rigged.
Is that right?
I just want to see what school is getting the most first round draft picks, and why is it Alabama?
Because God has ordained the greatest state in the union to be blessed with such riches. Sorry, second best state.
Listen, you can say what you want about your cuck team. They've barely done anything in free agency. But back to quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield, 3 years with the Bucks, $100 million.
Love that deal.
How we feeling about that?
Love
Baker's
that
back
deal for them. Love that deal for him.
Same.
As long as Baker
Russell Wilson,
if he keeps packing that Zen in those pre-games, boys, Tampa Bay might go undefeated.
I mean, we're still heavily on the Russ bus, right?
Well, speaking of the Russ bus, 1 year deal with the Steelers.
I like that. Steelers Nation, let's weld.
Yeah, that's a good one. That one's good.
I'm going to pull up this free agent signing grades thing because I like it.
Okay.
I know we don't know. I like to post some of these in our Discord, but
all right. Well, I got a lot of free agents to go through still, so I'm gonna keep reading them off while you do that.
Yeah. I'm up, so I'm ready.
Jameis Winston signed with the Browns.
Love it.
How we feeling? That is a man of God, and he has left your team.
That is indeed a man. I know that is a man of God, and I want him anywhere other than the Sin City of the South, New Orleans.
He sent him to Cleveland. All right.
Yeah, I mean, where else are you going to avoid temptation other than Cleveland?
The mistake by the lake.
Jeez.
I think it's a good opportunity for him because, I mean, when's the last time Deshaun Watson played a full season?
Yeah, really. That's essentially...
5 years ago?
That was essentially what he said in his statement. He was like, I'm just waiting for God to let this brother get hurt.
This motherfucker is going to go out in the first couple of weeks. He's either going to get hurt or he's going to do something stupid.
Or both.
And then I'm a ball.
What if Jameis Winston has a second coming? Like, what if he...
I like the idea of the punished quarterbacks.
Me too.
On the redemption arcs, like Baker, punished Jameis.
Hey.
Punished Marcus Mariota. Okay, never mind. Not him. Fuck Mariota.
Punished Mac Jones?
Punished Mac Jones. Maybe.
Although
you can make an argument for punished Trevor at this point.
You kind of could, honestly. He deserves a better team.
He really does. But it's the same family that owns AEW, so what are you going to do?
Exactly. Just hoping they don't ruin Mac too much, and he gets like, a year or two, because he's only, 25, right? Something like that?
Yeah.
Mac Jones is like 70, dude.
No, Mac Jones is... Yeah, he's 25, look, let that man get a little bit of experience, right? And then a year or two, I see him as QB1 again somewhere. Hey, Texas? Hmm?
Who knows? I don't think. Are you talking the Cowboys by Texas?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
What other, there aren't any other football teams in Texas.
I mean,
Is that
there's the
right?
Texans, the
No,
Houston
that's
Texans.
not a real team. You just made that up.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
will not disrespect CJ Stroud.
Look at me in the face and tell me the Houston Texans are a real team.
Well,
Made the playoffs.
they beat
They
your
did.
team if they played right now. So
Well,
and it wouldn't be close.
let's put it this way. New Orleans was founded as a very solidly Catholic town, and Houston is most known for cough syrup and Sprite. So I'm just going to let that one speak for itself.
you got a problem with lean?
Yeah, I have a problem with lean.
What you're saying is that Houston's held to its traditions, and look at New Orleans now.
I don't know this. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure lean is not allowed in the catechisms.
Well,
I don't like
Mitch
this. I
Trubisky.
don't like this LARP.
Mitch
Oh.
Trubisky back with the Bills.
Hey, buddy, give me a week, about 2 weeks, it ain't gonna be a LARP no more, brother.
Oh,
We'll see about that.
All right.
heretic.
Yeah, so Vikings' current only quarterback is Sam Darnold. How do you feel about that?
Is that right?
What?
Is Megamind not on the team anymore?
No, they cut like everyone
Holy shit!
or
What are they
traded or
doing?
whatever.
Nope. According to they have Nick Mullins.
Oh, well, there you go.
Listen, I'm speaking real quarterback.
There's your QB1 right there, boys.
How about Jaron Hall, this nice young Mormon out of BYU?
Who?
Exactly.
You just made that up. It's not a real person.
He's
Well-
13 for 20 in the regular season last year.
Now here's an
Wait,
interesting
13 for
quarterback that's
20?
still a free agent.
In one game?
Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flacco's got to be waiting for somebody to get hurt, right?
Yeah. I'm kind of a big Joe
He wouldn't
Flacco
just,
guy.
like sign for a team. He's gonna full on wait to get a starting spot from injuries again. Doesn't want to just lock in some money.
Yeah, I have a hang on. I was looking at the Vikings depth chart. I have a problem here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at their place kicker. His name
Who's
is
their
John
place kicker?
Parker Romo.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's like a crossbreed. He even
That's
looks
the
like
worst.
he's half Tony Romo.
Couldn't be his
He's
kid.
born
He's
in,
not. He's not that
born-
old, is he?
born in
Peachtree
Georgia.
City, Georgia, southwest of Atlanta.
Peachtree.
Went to Virginia Tech.
Peachtree City.
Yeah, that's where all the Delta pilots live.
He played in XFL.
Born in Peachtree, Georgia, Romo is of Mexican descent. Okay. Oh yeah, he
Interesting.
played with the Brahmas. Yeah, okay. Romo held the
Well,
XFL
us-
record for longest
I'm
field
just-
goal. There you go.
I'm not
Damn.
liking the name.
No.
I saw that, my eyes got drawn.
Well, the
to
thing
it. I'm
is, you
like,
have to say it like that. You have to say Romo.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
So the Vikings have more kick returners than they have quarterbacks. That's what I've learned today.
yeah, I think they'll probably draft one, or maybe they'll go with Sam Darnold. Who knows?
I mean, to be fair, that's a silly little team.
The
You have to ask
Vikings,
yourself the honest question: Is Sam Darnold better than Nick Mullins right now?
Ooh. Don't put a gun to my head.
I mean-
Damn. I don't know how to answer that.
he got a year of rehab with the Niners, maybe.
That feels like a trick question.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Is he better than Josh Dobbs?
Yes.
Well, Josh Dobbs isn't on a team right now, so
He's certainly got more hair.
The good news is,
You know who?
possessing all the Justice League and all that. Oh, wait, that's Brainiac, not Megamind. I don't know. Anyway, that was
I
bad.
appreciate what you
I'm
went for there.
sorry.
No,
I'm
you
sorry.
you swung for the fences. I saw it and I appreciate it.
well, once you know who is on a team, Drew Lock, and he's a New York Giant, and I feel great about that.
Yeah? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
really? Truly?
he beat the Eagles last year. How much more can I ask?
That's true. That's true.
You can certainly do a lot worse for a QB2.
For real. Speaking of the scumbag, dirty ass Eagles, that dumb piece of shit Saquon Barkley left us for them.
Yeah, he did. He did actually.
Yeah.
He did. That's the
And
thing that happened.
they're paying him nearly 16 million a year, which
That
is a lot
feels
for
like
a
too
running back.
much. That feels like too much.
For a very injury-prone running back, well past his prime, it is.
Right.
But you know what other running back may or may not be past their prime? Derrick Henry is now a Baltimore
No.
Raven.
No.
Hang on,
He's not
hold
even.
on. Why is Tiki Barber giving Saquon shit for signing with the
Because
Eagles? Oh, because he did the whole like you betrayed your Giants, blah 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 blah.
well, yeah, because Tiki Barber is a giant through and through.
Right, yeah.
Face of the franchise, brother. Also, the Giants hate the Eagles. If you haven't really picked that up, that's like our number one enemy. Oh yeah, Derrick Henry, Baltimore Raven. They got him for $8 million a year, so really puts the $16 million a year for Saquon into perspective. Josh Jacobs signed with the Packers. 4-year, $48 million. He's a young guy though, right? How old is Josh Jacobs?
I think he's the same age as Saquon, maybe a year younger.
Josh Jacobs. 26, yeah, a year younger. Aaron Jones, formerly of the Packers, is now with the Vikings. That's a lot of in-division movement this year.
That's a really good signing for the Vikings.
It is. Aaron Jones notably scored, I believe, 5 touchdowns in a game last year. He's played very good when he wasn't hurt. The Packers decided to cut him and go with Josh Jacobs instead, so now he's a Viking.
It makes the money that the Eagles spent on Saquon and that the Bears spent on Swift look really stupid.
Yeah.
When you could have had Aaron Jones for 1 year, $7 million.
Yeah.
Okay, the Eagles got their guy, right?
Sure.
At least
Hope
for
he dies.
6 or 7 games out of the season, they got their guy.
Jesus.
Yep. Let's see. Wide receivers. Big news from today. Calvin Ridley signed 4-year deal with the Titans.
Love it.
$92 million. A lot of money.
A lot of deserved money. Great kid.
Big Calvin Ridley guy. Wish the Falcons hadn't cut him off.
Yeah, well.
Of course, since that deal did get done today, I believe the Jaguars only owe the Falcons a third round pick instead of a second round pick.
Get fucked.
And there's still a lot of kind of big name wide receivers on the market. OBJ, Hollywood Brown, Mike Williams. I mean, T. Higgins wants a trade out of the Bengals. We'll see if that happens. And there's a lot of wide receivers in the league, huh? Some say too many.
Odell's kind of getting on up there for a wide receiver, huh?
Yeah, he's pretty old, dude.
He's got to be cooked. He's got to be done. Like, not by his own choice, but
I mean, shit, he was catching touchdowns in the Super Bowl 3 years ago.
yeah, from that to
He's
cook.
31.
Practically a young man.
Let's see. And any other big signings? A lot of O-lines getting paid a lot of money. You kind of love to see it because, boy, do we need good O-line play in the NFL.
Well, Christian Wilkins getting that bag.
The guy at Dolphins edge rusher, whatever, that's
Yeah.
now with the Raiders.
Defensive line, yeah, 4 years, $110 million. That's son.
I'm honestly shocked the Dolphins let him go.
He's not even an edge rusher. He's an interior guy.
He is good as hell. Speaking
a
of edge
monster.
rushers, Brian Burns, very good player for the Panthers. Traded to the Giants for a second and a fifth. They had an offer for 2 first overall picks for him last year and said no. Instead, traded them to us for 2 and a 5. So, feel real good about that one.
Hang on, the thing's saying my garage door just opened. Let me go investigate this.
Wow.
Interesting.
Well, let me open up those we
That's-
lost real quick.
Oof, tough scene.
Yeah. Hey, he had a good run though. You know, better than
He
a lot
did.
of people had. You know, because we want to talk sports here for a second, right? talk sports.
Right.
You know, Tim came out of the same class as Gauze and Dianic, and they were first round busts. Okay. But Tim has had a solid, almost 10-year career.
Yeah.
Gonna miss him. Gonna miss him.
That was
Do I
a late
count as the
one.
same?
Oh, he's
class,
back. Yeah, he survived. I didn't
So-
think for a second anything was wrong.
Breaking news.
What's that?
Breaking news.
Yeah, what you got?
Joe Flacco is an Indianapolis Colt.
Oh, let's go.
1 year, $8.7 million.
I like it.
Who was their starting quarterback last year?
Richardson,
Will
who got
Friendly.
injured in 3 games.
Oh yeah.
So he'll be hurt again, smoking, and Flacco is going to just casually lead him to the playoffs. No big deal.
You think so?
Love to see it. Well, I don't know. I mean, all things considered, the AFC South kind of a rough division now. They got to face the Texans twice a year. The Jaguars are still pretty decent and usually have the Colts number, and the Titans appear to be trying to build back up. So I don't know that it's so confirmed for the Colts to make the playoffs.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no reason to believe or should, but I do. You know what? I do. I love a comeback story. I think.
Based. Do you really?
Yeah, I really do. Honestly,
What are
nobody
they
had
coming back from?
being shit.
Oh, fair enough.
Where were they? I don't know.
The Colts?
Yeah, they kind of sucked last year, right?
Didn't they make the playoffs this year with under Minshew Mania? Or were like a win away from it?
9-8. 9-8 sucks. Let's say
That's a Mike Tomlin season.
I know, that's what it said. Sucks. Oh yeah,
Okay.
Anthony Richardson. Yeah, that was their big guy, and then just
And hey, he was kind of lighting up the league. Not so much passing, but with his legs, and then he got murdered because he doesn't know how to take a hit.
yeah. Remember about this time last year, we were clowning on the news like, oh, Anthony Richardson is like climbing up the draft charts, and we're like, why? So I feel vindicated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am an unrepentant hater.
Of Florida players, that's pretty based.
Of Florida, yeah, especially of Florida players. Pretty much anyone in the SEC, period. Except Alabama. Roll Tide.
All right, fair enough. Now, that's about all the big name free agent players I cared about. How are we feeling about our new potential independent vice president?
Oh God! Oh,
Of course, in the news, broke
I
by
thought
the
this was
Times
a
Union
joke.
or whatever yesterday.
I thought this was a joke.
Not a joke. Not a joke.
Yeah.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is considering Aaron Rodgers to be his vice president candidate in an independent presidential run.
I want that to happen so bad for so many different reasons, okay? So first off, above all, that will make RFK into a complete and total joke, right? He's just now a punchline.
Yep.
Nobody's seriously voting for that guy. Because there is slight overlap, enough that it concerns me. Not to get political. With RFKs, people who like RFK, and people who would probably otherwise vote for someone different, whose name I won't say. But I think we all know who I'm talking about, right? So there's a little bit of
Right.
concern there. But if he shows Aaron Rodgers, I think that just that drops him down to like Al Lepo levels almost. Because that's a joke.
Oh.
That's a joke. So I want it to happen. Obviously, that's number one. B, however, it would just be hilarious, right?
Yeah.
Because it's ridiculous, but I want to see it. Let's make it happen. Can we start a little manifestation circle? Hey, Aaron Rodgers is big into that. Let's get in with it, because he's manifesting it right now. He's somewhere in like some
I think he's literally in like Costa Rica right now.
yeah, he is zoinked out of his gourd right now on some weird ass like tribal medicine concoction, right? And he is manifesting the shit out of this. Let's join him in this, all right? Let's add our mental energies to this. I am manifesting this to happen.
All right.
Y'all with me?
Yep.
I don't think Tim is. I think I was about to say.
Where is Aaron Rodgers right now?
You know how there's like plane tracking websites? We need an Aaron Rodgers tracking website. Just
So
to,
we
just
got
to,
the,
He's in Costa Rica doing drugs.
So the Washington Post has already run their hit piece, The Politics of Aaron Rodgers.
of course.
Up
His-
rock,
I feel like, do you even need to run a hit piece? It's pretty out there.
Yeah, actually, no. I literally just Googled Aaron Rodgers, top stories, CNN, Sandy Hook, New York Post, Sandy Hook, NJ.com, believes nation's darkest conspiracy theory, which, guess what? I'm assuming it's Sandy Hook. And then, funnily enough, Fox News, Aaron Rodgers was on Costa Rican ayahuasca trip. So I was right about that. That's fine. That's good. Oh, God, I want this to happen so much. Please, Jesus. Please, God. Oh, I don't ask a lot. I really don't. Let this happen. It'd be hilarious.
we always say, wouldn't it be funny? This is the ultimate, wouldn't it be funny?
Yeah, wouldn't it be funny? And this would just put it to rest. Like, after that, nothing else will ever be this funny. So I don't think we'll ever use it.
I will.
Oh, okay, based. God, I want him. I want this so badly.
Yeah, this needs to happen.
But like, what if
For the good of all.
does he still play? Right? Because there's a couple of months between.
I mean, you'd think like he would have to balance campaigning and playing.
Right.
Well,
But I think
Is that a
he's saying
conflict?
you're
Hold on, is
just
that a
bad.
conflict of interest for the NFL? Can he play?
ooh.
Because they're
What's
putting him on
conflict
national
of interest?
television. Is that in them endorsing a candidate?
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is a new challenge for the NFL Players Union.
It's certainly a unique situation. Yes.
That's what I call a sticky situation.
I mean, if you're going down that route, like the crazy world where he wins the election, like you've got a few months. Say he leads the Jets to the playoffs. You've got about a month overlap between the inauguration and the Super Bowl. Like,
Right.
how does the Secret Service react to him being rushed by players?
Right.
Like, what's the protocol there?
Right. Is his whole O line just going to be Secret Service guys now? Because that feels like cheating,
yeah.
honestly.
I don't know, dude. I think
Yeah, what happens
you
if
give them the guns, they'd win, but, like,
over the head with a helmet?
like Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
The sniper just takes
Of
him
the
out
leg.
of the field right there.
Oh man. I
I
mean,
the protection that Mason Rudolph will never get.
let's be real here. There is not a snowball's chance in hell RFK even gets close to winning. But wouldn't it be
No.
funny?
Very. Speaking of Mason Rudolph, he's a Titan now.
Oh yeah. A lot of black
Yeah,
people
love
in
the
Nashville
Steelers.
are going to yell at.
Yikes.
Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Nope. Rarely am. What else we got?
You want to
Sports-
talk about the
sports
since
are
we're on the
weird.
topic of government? You want to talk about Saban and
Oh
his
yeah,
talk
yeah,
to
yeah. The
government this
whole
week?
fucking title and thumbnail this week. So yeah, old Nicky boy went up to Washington and was sitting next to Ted Cruz, who I noticed has. Remember when he lost a bunch of weight? Well, he found all of it
He's
again,
back.
and probably fatter than ever. Actually, shout out to Ted.
We're so back. Fat Ted Cruz.
Yeah. That's how you know we're doing good when Ted Cruz is fat again. Let's go, boys. Sitting next to old bloated Ted Cruz, talking about how all this shit sucks and is gay. I'm paraphrasing. Talking about like
That was the exact transcript. That's exactly what I said.
that is an exact transcript.
It's
Almost,
gay as hell.
it almost kind of is because he's saying what all of us are thinking. NIL is terrible. It needs there has to be some sort of regulation, and if anyone's going to do it, it's got to be it's got to be the government, right? Like I'm not usually one for like government intervention, in most things, but I feel like this is one of those cases where I'm like, let them cook. Let them cook. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. So,
Really am.
of course, people take what Saban said out of context. They basically just stripped
Shocker.
the part of him saying,
No.
No.
"Yeah, I know, shocker." The haters, if you will, are I think
Haters are
clipping
losers.
out the quote from like Miss Terry of like going on about how the players are just here for the money now. Like, oh, as they sit in their Mega Millions mansion, going on about how the players want money.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the real context is Saban saying he still wants the players to make money. He just doesn't think NIL is the right way for it.
Right. Well, a thing that he was kind of putting forward was like the revenue sharing thing, which I said from like day one needs to be what you're doing, right? Because that gives incentive for the entire team, right? To not only do their best, but then to also hype up like the guy, because the more the guy makes money, the more they make money. But then again, are we going to start getting the crab bucket type mentality? Like, there's a lot of different things there that could go wrong. But I don't think it would be.
You have evidence of that. Major League Baseball has competitive balance with the revenue sharing.
Right. I don't think it could be any worse than what we have, though. Is the thing.
No, it would be. No. It would be better. There would be more parity. But you would have some schools that act like the Pittsburgh Pirates do and just rat hole all the money and don't even try to compete.
Is that what the Pirates do?
Oh yeah.
Base? Is that why they suck?
Who would be your villain in that scenario? Probably, because it would have to be like a middle of the road school.
Tennessee.
That just gets Tennessee, man.
Vanderbilt.
Maybe. Yeah, but
it's not the same though, because let's just be honest. There's a big difference between student athletes and athletic students. Vanderbilt has athletic students.
Yeah, they have a lot of athletic students. They do. Remember that time Vanderbilt was like kind of okay-ish? And their coach went to Penn State?
When James Franklin was running the deal?
Yeah, when James Franklin was there. When they had a generational coach. Yeah, that was fun.
I feel like he's the only coach in history who could take Vanderbilt and Penn State to constant 10-2 seasons.
I mean, hey, 10-2 is... Hey, Penn State is a mainstay of the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When you think of 10-2 teams, Penn State is like right there at the top.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, considering where they were 10 years ago, kind of should be counting their blessings, honestly.
Was 10 years ago the rape?
No, that was 13 years ago. I think that was 2011.
Damn, that's a long time ago.
It was. It doesn't seem like that long ago, but it was. I guess because college football is only 6 months long, right? It seems like everything's like in halftime, right? So
didn't you all happen to watch the combine, by the way?
No.
I saw what was going on.
I was watching that night when Xavier Worthy from Texas broke the 40 record.
Right.
Like that was incredibly hyped. But what caught me was the player that everybody forgot exists. Remember Keaton Slovis?
Who?
The quarterback.
Slovis, the name.
I think he was the USC quarterback before Caleb Williams, and he went to BYU.
Yes, he did.
And he's like,
sorry, he took a little trip across the country a couple of times. He was USC, then Pittsburgh for like 1 year, then BYU, now BYU.
And he's like Tay's age.
He is. Wait, you just called me young. Holy shit! You just called me. He's 22. You just called me young.
No, that's like that's like wrestlers with their build, age, and height and weight.
You just called me young.
He's college build at 22, which means he's like 35.
Okay, well,
wasn't Stetson Bennett like 25 in college?
Yeah.
I don't think 22 is that old in the grand scheme of how old some of these fuckers have gotten.
Yeah. So hey, Tim, thank you, bud. That means a lot.
I was 20. I turned 22 the day I graduated college, so it's not that old.
Shout out to his high school quarterback coach was Kurt fucking Warner. Jeez Louise.
Wow. Yeah, you're watching Keaton Slovis throw balls to all these receivers. I'm like, this guy. I thought he'd like busted out years ago. Because he was supposed to be the Great White Hope at one point. I don't know what happened to him.
Mm-hmm. Man, these are some rough numbers. 57%.
Speaking of rough numbers, maybe a little pivot here if you guys are feeling it.
Sure, go ahead.
Last 15 minutes of the show.
Sure.
UFL rosters, I believe, have made their final cut. Are down to their final roster members. If you guys wanted to go over those at all.
Sure, go ahead. Hit us.
All right. So, of course, our 8 teams: Arlington Renegades, Birmingham Stallions, DC Defenders, the Roughnecks, Showboats, Panthers, Brahmas, and Battlehawks.
Is the San Antonio Brahmas a tribute to The Rock? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, was the Brahmas XFL or USFL?
XFL.
Were they?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold. This quarterback for the Brahmas. We
were
have Flacco
XFL.
sighting. Are they related? Tom Flacco?
Shit, he's old enough, I think.
He's Joe Flacco's brother?
Tom Flacco?
He's 29 and he's Joe Flacco's brother?
He's a handsome guy,
yeah,
too.
he
Damn.
is.
Well,
Yeah, it's 10 years apart. There's bigger gaps.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
not that strange.
how did I miss that he exists?
Because he's probably not very good. He's in the XFL.
Well, there's that. Okay.
Well, he was in the CFL originally.
He played for Rutgers.
But there you go.
There you
Towson.
go.
And there's the rest of the
Look.
story.
Butchers.
He actually never played. He transferred to Rutgers, couldn't play due to transfer rules, and he went to Towson. The Towson Tigers. Where's Towson located?
Townsend. I don't know. I keep hearing Townsend.
It's
Maryville. That's Towson.
I know.
It's Tosin. I know that for a fact.
Towson?
Towson.
It is in
Listen, you claim a lot of facts. I'm not sure.
Listen here,
I'm
you
not sure. they're
fucking
true.
Yankee.
Maryland.
See any fun names on any of these rosters?
How about
The
this
Renegades got it.
incarnate word? That's pretty based. Kalichi and Balechi.
AJ McCarron's back, of course, for the Battlehawks. Love to see it.
Renegades quarterback. Oh, Luis Perez, your classic quarterback for spring football.
Hey, big Perez guy, honestly.
Ooh, big name for the Stallions. Quarterback number 2, Matt Corral.
Oh, let's
Out of
go,
Mississippi.
baby. Let's go. Hey, let's go. I saw a guy actually on Twitter the other day saying some really based shit, and he had Matt Corral have, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, honestly.
What a weird avatar to have.
Kind of. Well, he's from,
2024.
his profile said he was from Mississippi, so yeah. I mean, if that gives you any
Makes a bit more
context,
sense.
Yeah, hang on. Okay, so Tay, hear me out on this. You're gonna be a Brahmas fan this year.
Am I?
You are, and let me tell you why.
Okay.
We're gonna work on the LARP here.
Okay. I always go. I love a
They
good
got a
lark.
linebacker named Kalechi Anyalabechi.
Okay.
His college, the University of the Incarnate Word in San Antonio, Texas.
Based.
Private 4-year. It is the largest Catholic school in Texas. I was today years old when I first heard of it.
You've never heard of Incarnate Word?
I've never heard of the University
Well, I
of the
think
Incarnate
they're.
Word
Well,
before.
I think they're kind of good at basketball. So, if you don't watch college basketball, I guess you would have never heard of it.
Well, yeah, because that's what I think of when I think of Catholic schools is basketball.
I mean, are you joking or?
Yes, totally.
Oh, well, you shouldn't because a
That's
lot
the
of them are.
opposite of Catholicism.
But they're very good at basketball for some reason.
Oh, really? Yeah, dual threat Catholics. Duly noted.
Hey, to be fair, that's a lot of them these days.
Is that right?
The next pope might be a dual threat pope, actually, if you didn't know.
Well, you can see why Tay's going back to Catholicism.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going back to Catholicism. I was never Catholic to begin with.
Embracing your roots, goddammit.
That is true. Okay, that's more.
Hey,
fair,
the
I suppose.
Cowboys signed someone. How about
Yeah?
that?
Who?
Yeah, linebacker Eric
Wow.
Kendricks. Never heard of him, but congrats.
Who's going?
Yeah.
Who? Just made that up.
I have no idea. Some linebacker.
Just made that up. Shut up.
Well, you know who I didn't make up? Jordan Ta'amu, still with the DC Defenders. No pop for Jordan Ta'amu.
Nope.
All right.
No.
Who's the Roughnecks quarterback this year? Let's see. We got Reed Sinnett out of San Diego.
It's got to be Jarrett Guarantano, doesn't it?
We got Nolan Henderson out of Delaware and Jarrett Garantano out of Washington State. Never heard of any of them.
Yeah, you would know him as Jarrett Guarantano from Tennessee before Washington State.
Not in my. He wasn't. So he's not.
Yo, we have a Reuben Foster sighting. Reuben Foster is on the Defenders, or Roughnecks, rather.
Yeah.
Oh
I-
man, Chase
Didn't he get
Chase
yeeted from the
Cook is back.
49ers for some drama?
Yes.
He did. What happened to him again?
I don't know.
I
He's
think he beat a woman up or something.
he's a silly little guy. Like he's a
Chase?
confirmed silly little guy. So I wouldn't be shocked of anything that you said that he did, more or less.
Damn, the
Misdemeanor domestic
Panthers got a
violence
guy named
battery.
Davis Cheek.
That's not a real name or person.
It's their quarterback, Davis Cheek.
Davis
out of Elon
Cheek.
University.
Okay. Made that up.
Guy
That's what I
out
said.
of North
A real
Carolina.
name, not a real person.
Not a real name, not a real person.
Come on, he threw 2,000 yards and 16 touchdowns at his high school.
I'm sure he did. At the good old high school of not real.
Yeah. Well, come on, he went to the David W. Butler High School,
Also
yeah,
not a real person.
Yeah, not a real person, not a real school.
established in 1997. That's a
Right.
pretty new school.
That is actually kind of new. Might be one of them established for sports
What
schools.
you're saying is it was established before 2020, so it was never established. I rest my case.
Huh?
Yes, sure.
Nothing before 2020 happened. So there
Wait.
you have it.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm willing to hear this out. Go on.
Oh, I was just deep cutting the whole Jarrett Guarantano thing because clearly he never went to Tennessee because Tony was not a Tennessee fan yet.
No, I didn't live in
By
Tennessee.
establishing that nothing before 2020 actually happened.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'm on board.
Well, no, it's so here's the thing. Reality only exists when I observe it. And since
True.
I had not been to Tennessee and seen the Vols existing before 2022, whatever year I moved here,
22.
they didn't exist before 2022.
Based. Unequivocally
Like, you can
based.
claim Peyton Manning went there, but I don't
Right.
even know that Peyton Manning's a real person.
I've never seen him.
Neither have
Surely you've noticed him on TV a time or two.
TV's not real.
I. I mean, listen, dude, they
Real
put
and
the
true.
moon landing on TV.
So true, so true, so real.
Davis Cheek and Danny Etling at QB from LSU. It says his current team is the Green Bay Packers, but I get the feeling that's not true. Damn, bro has a Super Bowl ring, and he's playing for the Michigan Panthers.
Based. Wait, never mind. There's nothing based about Michigan. Fuck Michigan.
Damn, he won a Super Bowl with the Patriots. That's kind of based. Wow, this dude has been on almost every team. How about that?
Is this guy's name Toa Toa, the running back? Toa Tawa?
Tow truck?
Toa Chonka?
EJ Perry. What team is AJ McCarron on? Oh, probably the Battlehawks.
Yeah, I said that a minute ago.
Yeah, Battlehawks.
Listen, they were last in the list, so I hadn't gotten to them yet. Brandon Silver's out of Troy. And Manny Wilkins. All right, well, that's all I got. USFL's in 2 weeks.
Can't wait.
I'm glad to see like Reuben Foster getting a shot at redemption.
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah,
too.
I mean, it was only it was misdemeanor domestic violence. Wasn't even
Yeah.
a felony.
That's just like pushing. That's just like pushing and shoving. That ain't no abuse. Damn. Get over it. God. Hey, women these days, am I right, guys? Just me? That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, you know, hey, that's just what we do here on Beefy Ball. That's what we do. We have some hot takes.
Is that right?
It is.
What's your hottest take going forward?
What's my hottest take in sports
Hottest
going
take
forward?
for the 2024 NFL season. Hottest take. Right now, put your word on the line. Declare your hot take for the next NFL year.
Pats are a 9-win team.
Really?
Pats win 9, you said?
Win 9.
With
I
who
can
at
see that.
quarterback?
I could see that.
Oh no, I'm not that bold. I'm not that bold.
All right. All right. I mean, they are playing 6 of their 17 games against the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Jets. So it's just. But hey, 9 wins. All right. Speaking of, who else are they playing? Just let's really get deep down into your 9-win prediction of the Patriots next year.
I'll give you quarterback predictions for the Patriots.
Okay, who do you think?
I'll give you all 3 of them.
Yeah.
They're going to have 3 quarterbacks
All right.
starting this season.
Okay,
2 are easy: Jacoby Brissett and Bailey Zappi.
sure.
The third will be Josh Dobbs.
Really?
How's
Really?
that?
You don't think they dropped one?
How's that for?
No, they don't draft one.
Really?
No, they're going to
Really?
draft one.
You
but
think? You
somebody's
think?
somebody's got to play when Brissett gets hurt.
Oh yeah, good point.
Let's see.
Zappi's-
They got their.
Zappi's
If
not
they play the
coming up.
Texans, that's probably a loss. They play the Colts. That could go either way. Play the Rams. I feel like the Rams got that one. Seahawks. I'm gonna bet on my boy Gino. Chargers. Hard to say. Cardinals. That's probably a win. I don't know. They got like 2 to 3 easy wins on their schedule. I don't know. This is a 9-win team.
Okay. Well, hey, we'll just we'll have to wait and see, huh?
In fact, I'm going to throw my bold prediction out on the Patriots as well. 4-win team.
Ooh. Okay, we got a little bit of a thing going here, don't we?
Yep. In fact, let's throw these in a pin. Tim, how many wins do you have the Patriots getting?
8.
All
Oh,
right.
okay. Then what is this Price is Right bullshit?
Well, how many? I can't say the same thing as you. That'd be a cop out.
Right.
How many garbage teams last year finished 9-8 or 8-9?
Steelers.
I would
Colts.
go so far as to say that saying a team's going to win 8 or 9 games is not a hot take.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about a team that is in complete rebuild.
With brand new head coach, they haven't had a new head coach in 20
Coming off
years.
a 2-11 year or whatever.
I'm gonna retract my statement because do you really think they're going to let that new head coach have a losing record in his first season?
Not a dual threat
Yes.
coach.
Mm-mm.
All right,
4
so
and
are you
13.
saying 10 then?
4
I
and
think 9's the
13.
number.
I think 9. Yeah, I think 9's a conservative number actually.
He will be new Tomlin.
Yeah. Because Tomlin's probably only got a year or 2 left in him. I feel like Tomlin's ready to go to the house.
Well, guess what? You've also got a dual threat quarterback down in Atlanta, so.
We got Kirk motherfucking Cousins.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, a head coach, not quarterback.
I
Yeah.
was going to say he's only got one threat. He has no ACL or Achilles or whatever.
Get
His arm is his only
Achilles.
threat.
Get his ass.
I got to say though, Raheem, I warmed up to Raheem when the first thing he did was he came down and said, "Yeah, I wouldn't be here right now if this team had a quarterback." I was like, "Damn."
Oh, well, that was pretty good. I liked that a lot. That was funny as hell.
He popped me. I didn't realize he could do that.
Yeah. Almost got you feeling a little optimistic, huh?
Almost. I mean,
Almost.
No, granted, my definition of Falcons optimism is, I got him winning 10,
Ooh, that's bold. I like
which
that.
is
That-
just good enough to win the NFC South. How
I
about
feel
that?
like that's your hot take.
I got them edging out Tampa to win the NFC South.
Okay.
Because I really do think that division is going to be surprisingly competitive. I think it's going to be like the AFC North.
Mm-hmm.
Because even the Saints are capable of winning 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
The
All
question
right.
is, will 10 be enough?
Yeah, this is Derek Carr's year. I feel it.
Is it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Who's going to throw the ball to?
The Lord provides.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's more Southern
And not
Baptist.
not
than,
to that city
by the way.
of sinners.
Is the Lord provides Southern Baptist? I feel like that's also a Catholic thing. Wouldn't know. Not Catholic.
Look, if you're a Saints fan, all I got to say is you can probably sign 52-year-old Cat Williams, and he can run a sub 540.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that video of him running the 40? That was legit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cat Williams, 52 years old, ran a 4.97.
That's not
That's pretty
bad.
damn impressive.
That's probably faster than I could run.
I
Honestly,
couldn't run that fast.
I don't think I could. I would honestly. Hey, you know what? Here's an idea for like post White House 3 draft day special. I feel like all three of us have to run a 440.
Like you
A
have to go
440?
40 time in the fours.
What I said? Did I say? I said 440, right?
You said 440.
What is it?
A 40?
It's a 40-yard dash.
I've heard it. I've heard it said 440. Anyway, yes, and we
Is
all
that right?
we all have to do it.
So you'd have to do it like they do at the combine, right? You get well, you would probably do 3 heats.
Sure. We would look into the proper way to do it, and then do it.
You think
They do 2 heats.
all of us can run 3 heats?
What?
That's a good point.
I
Could
can.
Devin run 340s?
I 100% can.
Yeah,
I know.
Back to back to back, full sprint.
Yes.
No. You don't do it back to back to back. You alternate, so you're getting rests in between.
Yeah. I mean, I could do it back to back to back. Oh, my foot. Well, maybe not anymore. Actually, hold on. Maybe not anymore. Ow, that hurt. I just kicked something.
Ripped his foot.
Yeah, ripped his foot. Those we lost 24.
Yeah. In fact, we could probably we'll sneak onto the Maryville College campus and run it.
Yeah.
I mean, I say sneak on, but they'll probably just
Did
let
we
you
bother with any
go do
wrestling
it.
discussion this week, or is it all football?
It was all football, and I think we're going to keep it that way.
Yeah.
We mentioned Sami Zayn as Muslim. That's about it.
Sting retired. He had his final match.
We started the we started
That was last week.
started the whole we started the whole night talking about Ramadan.
Oh, that's right. I was out last week. Time as
Yeah, you were up in Detroit.
in Michigan.
I just think Prude's awake.
You might want to go check in on that. And
I learned something very interesting about Henry Ford while I was in Michigan.
and I look forward to seeing that.
I will share that on the next show as it's food related.
On the show, which we will be going to soon. Everyone else, Beefy Ball fans, thanks for listening. Be back next week.